The SaaS pricing model that literally built the last 20 years of software, yeah, it's starting to break. And AI is exactly the reason why. Look, for 2 decades, founders built massive enterprise valuations on one very simple premise, right? You charge a flat monthly fee per user, you count your seats, and you watch that predictable, recurring revenue just roll in. It was clean, it was reliable. Honestly, it was the gold standard of software economics. But generative AI, well, it's completely blown that foundation to pieces. We are actively witnessing the death of per-seat pricing, period. So in this explainer, we're going to dive into exactly why the old model is collapsing, and more importantly, what's rising up to take its place.
Okay, so to really grasp this shift, we have to look at the fundamental unit of value. For years, that unit was the human being, the seat, the login. You hire more people, you buy more seats. Simple. But AI has totally redefined this. We're moving from the human seat to the machine token, the compute credit, the AI action. And the contrast here, it's night and day. Think about it. A human user has limits. They sleep, they grab coffee, their usage is, capped. But an AI agent, it doesn't sleep. The new unit of measurement is volatile, machine-driven consumption. If you try to stuff that unpredictable, infinite machine consumption into a fixed-price human seat, your business model is absolutely going to crack under the pressure.
And that brings us to this massive contrarian truth that honestly a lot of people in tech are still kind of ignoring. AI is not just some shiny feature upgrade you slap onto a dashboard to look cool. It is actively destroying traditional software margins. Think back to the old days. Over-provisioning was a SaaS vendor's best friend. An enterprise buys 1,000 seats, but maybe only 600 people actually log in. The vendor pockets that difference with zero server cost, pure profit. Generative AI flips this completely upside down. It doesn't scale by the user, it scales by tokens, compute minutes, and model complexity. So the more your customers use your amazing new AI features, the more it literally costs you in hard compute.
Let's get into the weeds for a second and look at exactly where those server costs are bleeding. Modern AI workloads are just fundamentally different from traditional database queries. When a user asks an AI agent to do something, that agent might perform multi-step reasoning. It goes out, it retrieves context from massive datasets, it triggers orchestration where one AI is literally talking to another AI, and it runs continuous verification loops to check its own work. Generative AI scales non-linearly. A single click from a user could trigger thousands of invisible background actions. So if you're still charging a flat $10 a month for that user, but they're initiating complex workflows that burn through $20 of compute, well, your unit economics are dead on arrival.
This whole tension is captured perfectly by this insight from Deloitte. AI spend has become volatile and nonlinear. This right here is what's keeping CFOs and founders up at night. On one side, you have this flat, predictable revenue, but on the other, volatile, nonlinear compute expenses flying out the door. If you keep charging a flat rate for unpredictable AI compute, you are quite literally subsidizing your users' AI habits until you go broke. You basically become a charity for compute power. And that is exactly why the per-seat model feels so incredibly outdated right now. It just can't capture the massive value or the massive costs created by AI.
Because of this margin destruction, the industry is panicking, and they are adapting way faster than anyone expected. Recent data from Metronome and Flexera shows that an unbelievable 85% of SaaS leaders are already transitioning to usage-based or hybrid billing models. 85%. Guys, that is not a trend. That's a full-on stampede. Software is rapidly moving from paying for access to paying for consumption and outcomes, and enterprise buyers are demanding it too. They want pricing that actually reflects real usage because they need visibility into what this AI is actually doing for their bottom line.
And this isn't just some sudden blip on the radar. McKinsey data actually shows that the number of software companies using consumption-based pricing has more than doubled since 2015. And with AI workloads becoming the new default, this curve is only accelerating. So if you're in a boardroom right now, the big question isn't whether pricing is going to change. That debate, it's over, done. The real question is how you execute that change without alienating your current customers and how you actually capture the value your AI is creating.
To solve this, we are officially entering the hybrid era. Data from Revenera reveals this massive shift toward hybrid models that seamlessly align pricing to actual usage and outcomes. Pure seat-based pricing for AI, it's basically a relic now. Instead, we're seeing elastic models where you commit to a baseline but buy extra tokens. We're seeing token licensing like what OpenAI uses, billing distinct input and output rates. Metered models charging per API call. But the most exciting one, outcome-based pricing. This is where customers pay when a pre-agreed outcome is met, like actually closing a support ticket or generating a qualified lead. It perfectly aligns the price with the value. It incentivizes the software to actually do the work.
But all of this raises the ultimate question. In a market completely flooded with advanced tools, foundational models, and AI wrappers, who actually wins here? Who captures the value? Because right now, everyone has access to similar foundational AI models. The baseline capabilities are totally democratized. So if the AI itself isn't your unique differentiator anymore, what makes your SaaS company resilient? How do you build a defensible moat when cost structures are volatile and pricing models are in total flux?
The answer is wild, but it is absolutely true. The real AI moat isn't just the tech, it's the billing infrastructure. The winners in this era aren't just going to be the ones with the smartest models. They will be the founders who can rebuild their billing infrastructure the fastest, to meter, govern, and monetize tokens and actions in real time. Think about it. You could have the most incredible AI agent in the world, but if your billing system can only process a monthly seat subscription, you literally cannot sell your product profitably. You need infrastructure for multidimensional metering and automated cost governance. It's exactly why FinOps and SaaS management are converging. The companies with the most flexible, transparent monetization engines, they take the crown.
Over the next 24 months, we're going to see the market aggressively divide into two camps. On one side, the losers. These are the companies clinging to the illusion of the old predictable per-seat model. They're going to suffer crushed margins, wildly unpredictable cloud bills, and massive customer churn because people don't want to pay flat fees for unused software anymore. But on the other side, the winners. The companies fully embracing hybrid, elastic, and outcome-based monetization. They tie revenue directly to usage and success. When the customer gets value, the vendor gets paid. It's a beautiful, friction-free growth loop.
Look, this transition away from the seat is a structural evolution. You just can't ignore it. This isn't a minor pricing tweak you can just hand off to a product manager and forget about. It's the start of a completely new software economy, driven entirely by agentic workloads and cloud economics. Software is officially moving from seats to outcomes. The big question is, which companies will rebuild fast enough to survive it? The founders who understand this shift right now, who transition their metrics from human seats to machine outcomes, they are the ones who will have a massive, undeniable advantage. If you found this explainer valuable and you want more sharp, no-nonsense breakdowns to help you navigate the future of tech, make sure to subscribe right now.